Alrighty, there it goes. Hello, 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 and welcome back to my channel. I'm Crystal, and this is In My Own World Tarot. And this is going to be your weekly, it is what it is, reading from Aries to Pisces. I wanted to touch on something really quickly. It's not actually really quickly. This is going to be a rant. But the reason why I stress the birth chart so much, and I stress Western astrology so much, not Vedic astrology, my learning and studies are based on Western astrology, not Vedic astrology. A lot of people, and it actually has been proven scientifically that Vedic astrology is more accurate because more research has been done on it. It actually went to the Supreme Court, and it was proven that Vedic astrology is more accurate, but there has been no studies for Western astrology going up against the Supreme Court. However, if you look at it as if we're traveling into space, Western astrology is more accurate, but I won't get into that. It's really all on what you resonate with. When you talk about Vedic astrology, you're talking about Mediterranean culture. You're talking about more of the Eastern alignment of the world, which would be the Europe's and the Asia. When you're talking about Western astrology, you're talking about the Babylonians, which we all know that began in Africa. Creation of the world is from Africa, but that's a debate that I really don't want to get into. Just go with what resonates for you. But hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Crystal. Like I said, this is your weekly report. I encourage you to listen to the whole video because, of course, you are more than just your sun sign, which gets me back to my next point of the birth chart. The reason why I stress you getting to know your birth chart is not just getting to know your placements, but you need to understand the basics of your birth chart and what each planet means in conjunction with that zodiac energy. So once you understand your birth chart and your placements, you need to actually align it up to when you're talking about Western astrology, to your sun sign's birth chart. For instance, I'm a Gemini. So I'm a Gemini. The Gemini birth chart will be the strongest, which will begin in the first house. So Gemini, the rising of the Gemini would be 1. So then a Gemini placement actually goes Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Starts with Gemini. But my birth chart, okay, being that I'm a Gemini, Sun and Moon, actually my house will start with Virgo. But in conjunction with that, so let's say right now we have the Sun, and this is Western. I'm not talking about Vedic. The Sun currently right now is in Libra. Mercury's currently in retrograde, but then you also have the Moon in Virgo, but you also have Venus in Libra as well. I'm not going to go deep into the other placements. I'm just giving an example. So for the example of that, my second and third house is in Libra. So right now is a great time for me to not only go head first into the emotional space because Venus is in Libra and be more balanced. If I wanted to step into a new relationship, this would be a great time for me to do it, because not only is my energy slowed down, my way of thinking is that I'm actually taking a realistic approach and seeing how everything will play out into my life in love and finances and career is a strong aspect for me to actually dive into if I really wanted to, working with my chart, because it's the time of the year and with the planetary alignments for me to be focused on that if I'm working with my chart. Okay? So I want you guys to understand that. That's just an example of when you're looking at your birth chart, how to look at your birth chart. Because it's not enough to just know your placements. You need to know what are the planetary alignments happening around you in conjunction with your placements, and then in conjunction with your particular zodiac sign birth chart. Because each zodiac sign has a birth chart that remains. Okay, you have your own individual birth chart, but then you have the planetary alignments that go with that. So there's a lot to reading a birth chart and getting to knowing oneself than to just going on cafeastrology.com and be like, oh, this is my birth chart. Yes, but what are the degrees? Where are the planets right now? And then in conjunction to where your actual sun sign, that birth chart, what is the alignment for that as well? All right? Okay. If you haven't tuned into my channel before, I pray before each and every one of my readings so that way my energy is protected, your energy is protected as well. I don't like to go deep into the readings about birth charts because, number one, I'm just speaking. This is really something I feel, depending on how you learn, it needs to be shown. Unless you're like a Taurus or unless you're a Scorpio, when you're hearing me, you actually can understand what I'm saying because you guys pick up more on, you learn by more of hearing than of hands-on. But that goes into where it falls into your placement as well. When you talk about your learning house. Okay, you need to look into your 5th house. This is how you learn and how you pick up on things, and also your 6th house, which is your Virgo placement. How do you learn? But in conjunction to where your zodiac actually sits, do you actually have the same placement of your zodiac house according to your individual house? That's how you learn yourself. It's a lot that goes into that. So I'm just piggybacking off of one of my favorite readers I listen to, Lila Vanity. She's really good. I really like her, but she goes more off of Vedic. But I'm just picking up off of more of what she was dived into, and I shared the video because she was really right. Like, when you're watching tarot, you really need to understand what you're watching and how it really depicts for you at that certain time. Because you can go, let's say you're a Gemini, and go watch a Gemini reading all day long, but right now Mercury is retrograde, but retrograde means slow down. It does not mean it's going backwards. However, Mercury is going around Venus in conjunction with Venus right now, which is Libra. So if you really don't have that strong Gemini placement, or that strong Libra placement in your 3rd house where Mercury's at, the Mercury retrograde right now really may not affect you, even if you are a Virgo or a Gemini, because if you don't have that placement in the 3rd house right now, that 3rd house or the 6th house of a Libra placement, you may not really be getting affected by this Mercury retrograde like myself. And then this Mercury retrograde is not really a bad effect on you. It's just a slowing down and you not being as impulsive. Is this Mercury retrograde than any other, especially if you have that Libra placement in the 2nd or the 6th house. It's slowing your thoughts down. It's slowing your movements down so you can be more balanced. So this is actually a great Mercury retrograde for those of you who have those placements. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into the reading. Great God in heaven, please allow me to tap to the energy of Aries to Pisces, any message that they're needing, any guidance that they're seeking today. Please allow me to relay these messages to them as accurately and clearly as possible. Please protect my energy during this reading, protect the energy of those watching as well. Please continue to bless our lives with peace, abundance, prosperity, and protection. Thank you, amen, and ashe. It was so funny as I was talking, because I'm doing this off my phone because my tablet was going dead. Forgot to charge it. My rent payment came out right when I was talking about out of my account right when I was talking about my placement. So it's crazy. But anyways, let's go Aries to Pisces. Didn't get the reading out yesterday because how I just do my channel, I go on how I feel, and then I also go on where my planets are aligned right now. I wasn't balanced enough yesterday, even though the moon was in Virgo, to put out a video and to do a reading. I just wasn't. So I didn't. But that's just how I rock. So anyways, Aries. Boom. You may be in your own energy right now. You may be feeling this impulse to just drive forward, because right now we are in your cousin energy, which is Virgo. When you talk about your cousin, and when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about 180 degrees, or 6 months, or 6 placements. Okay, think about it. All right. Aries is 1, Virgo is 6. We're in your cousin energy. So you actually may be, it's almost as though Aries, you may be acting out. You may be the problem, feeling like you're the problem child, like you're going against the grain of everything, which is a good energy for you to be in right now. Because if you were to ramp up and start something new, this is a positive energy. So it's like you're working against the grain. Thinking outside of the box is what you're doing right now, Aries, which is actually really great thing. Is that too bright? It is. So that's a good energy for you, Aries. I love this energy because a lot of times, I hate to go back to myself, but I am. When I'm explaining things, it can be all over the place. And that's why I wanted to wait until today, because I feel as though how I'm explaining things, even though I'm still speaking fast, I feel as though collectively it's being more understood, because I collected my thoughts before I even started recording. Unlike me just going in the impulse of going to rant. I'm still going to rant, but my thoughts were collected before I press record. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's more straightforward. Taurus. Now, Taurus, right now, even though we have Venus is heavily highlighted. Venus is heavily highlighted in Libra side. So right now you need to be dialing back and saving everything that you have coming in. Do as you so please, but you putting all the whatever you're having coming in right now into saving is basically paying attention to your surroundings and not exerting yourself at all. Being very observant and saving every little thing right now, because you're going to have in a few months, possibly, I say 6. Yeah, the 6. I don't know. 6 is really strong. Or by December, you're going to need the money that you're saving now for a bigger opportunity. It's actually a sacrificial gain that your energy you're in right now. Gemini, like I said, I told you Gemini right now. Gemini, we got Venus again. I love how I'm connected like that to astrology. You guys have no idea. But Gemini, this is a great time. You may actually be thinking about going into a partnership. You may ask somebody, either if you're a male Gemini, you're asking someone to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, or y'all in it. It's cuffing season for Gemini. Point blank period. Cuffing season for Gemini is happening this week. Great energy along with the planetary alignment. If you are a true blue Gemini, even if you're not a true blue Gemini, but for the energy of those born under the sun sign of Gemini, it is actually cuffing season for you. Okay? Cancer. Cancer, yes. Okay, you got the third house messages. You about to get some good news this week, especially in regards to finances. You have a job interview. Somebody has a job interview coming out this week or something like that. You're actually going to get that. This is a really good energy for you, especially if you have Gemini strongly aspected in your chart, like the 7th house or something like that, or somebody about to get some good news. You about to get like that dream job or something, because you got that ninth house with Jupiter abundance, but you got to keep your thoughts positive. It's like you got to go in there and you're like, I'm the best motherfucker for this job. Even if you talking shit, Cancer, you are. You have to believe it though. Okay. Leo, ooh, Spirit is trying to stop you from acting a plumb fool. Calm down, relax, relate, release. Void course of the moon is the divine stopping some shit before it goes haywire. With the 7, number 7 again. Damn, 7 must be very strong for somebody this week. Leo, this has to do, in partnership. Whatever, Leo, it's like the energy I'm getting for you, Leo, it's like if you find out a secret, if this is like, a woman go to a man and ask him, are you cheating on me? And she done already went through his phone and seen the messages and just want to see if he's telling the truth. They telling you that do that, but don't go crazy, because it's like it's almost like you're plotting on someone. You found out the truth, but you got some secrets that could be exposed too. And if you act in the wrong way, that shit might backfire on you. So Libra, you're needing to be like very discerning right now and really thinking before you act. Or don't act that fucking all right now. Like, this ain't the week to expose a motherfucker. Like, if you done caught somebody cheating, you done seen the messages or whatever, and you just waiting for them, this not the week for you to act stupid. Relax, is what they saying. Like, not yet. I'm getting a not yet, Leo, not yet. Virgo, ooh, your money finna transform. I'm really feeling like this is a good way, though. But what I told you, look, that 2nd house with that 2, that's Taurus energy. It's like, it's a trend. You could be you work from home? This is a Virgo, you work from home. Yeah, if it's a man, here's the thing, and this is this is very specific. Virgo, I think you got 2 interviews or 11, 2 to 11, or something happening on the 11th. You're going to find out on the 11th. This is somebody who's like, you got to go through a course of interviews or something like that. If that last interview on the 11th is from a man, you got the job. Also, you need to look in your chart to also see where the masculine placements of your chart are in, and act accordingly on the 11th. And when you talk about 11, that's your Aquarius, which is a masculine energy. If you have Aquarius in your masculine placement of Scorpio, which is the 8th house, you have a masculine placement there. You need to make sure that you're balancing out that masculine and feminine energy. So this is like in the interview, somebody makes a joke, go ahead and get that fake laugh on it, ha 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 ha, but then go back when they're asking you a question to explain some shit and lay that shit out. precisely, but still be flexible enough to be that happy, smiling when you're explaining it and laughing. This is what's happening. But Virgo, you about to come into some type of success in a good way or a bad way. It depends on how you're using this masculine and feminine energy. Libra, okay? Libra, this is you taking a pause for a card. Chiron healings, Plutonic energy again, transformation, what you're going. You could be on the cusp of Libra and Scorpio, or you got Scorpio and Libra really aspected heavy in your chart. Be careful that somebody doesn't come to you acting as though like they're heartbroken over you. Somebody just wants to come around you just because they know that you're going to love them. Damn. Seriously, like somebody knows, like, I don't even think that person's in love with you. Just somebody knows that you're going to love them. You could be the type of person that even if you don't like someone, let's say, but you know somebody is fucked up, and that's something you need to work on, and you take it as if it's your responsibility, Libra, but it's not, because you just don't like seeing people fucked up. But this person could have fucked you over, but you just don't like people. You don't like people. This is for someone who don't like seeing people on their dick, and that is I love that. That's great compassion, but it gets you kicked in the ass all the time. You like looking out for somebody who wouldn't look out for you. This is for a Libra who needs to understand. Stop looking out for somebody who wouldn't look out for you just because you got that good heart. And somebody is about to come around you who knows that you're like that, and you need to be very mindful of that. Scorpio, get out your house. You need to get out your house and run, walk, or some type of exercise, okay? Because your body here is being too sedimentary. Sagittarius, believe. I don't know why I had to say it, but just believe. It's like to believe in the impossible. Like you like, man, that shit ain't never gonna happen for me. For some reason, I keep doing it. And then it's just gonna surprise you. It's like somebody is getting their wish coming true. It's like you just could already, it's like somebody feel like they're living in a fantasy, but this is reality. This is like your life is actually your reality. Okay, Sagittarius, you better go on. Ooh, Capricorn. So you finally about to have that conversation, much needed, with someone here. And this does not have to deal with love. This has to do with friendship. This has to do with siblings. Something about your siblings. You need to have a conversation. And then also, you may say something impulsive here in regards to work, but it's the right thing to do. You're going to be going back and forth with like, should I or shouldn't I? Should I be the person? It's like I'm feeling real outcasty energy this week. Like there's something, because you talk about Gemini. Gemini is the messenger, but it's also a messenger of truth. And that's the energy I feel is that, but you don't know whether or not you should speak your truth. You need to speak your truth this week, Capricorn. Speak your truth. But just make sure that you're speaking your truth. You're using the good twin to speak the truth. But it's like, I got to go back to Capricorn. Capricorn, this is like you're speaking a truth against something that's wrong, but you need to speak it in a good way, meaning that it needs to be calm, cool, and collective. You're going against the grain, but you need to go against the grain in a balanced approach. So use the good twin. You may have Gemini somewhere real strong in your chart, or your third house is Gemini, something like that. But what they're saying is that you see something that is an error, but the way you need to communicate it needs to be on a level to where it is received well. Because if you go at it in an approach of anger or an approach like you're against it, even though you're against, it could be some type of policy or something at work, I'm not sure. But you need to make sure that you're communicated it in a justified way to where you're not ridiculed in the action of whatever you're about to say. It doesn't go against you, but it works for you. Okay? Aquarius, look at your ass. Aquarius, okay, you back in your energy right now, Aquarius, but don't make sure that you ain't showboating too much to the fact that you may lose you. I had to leave that there. And Pisces, let me tell you something. You got Saturn in truth. What goes up must come down. What goes left always has to go right. I had to say that to you. I don't know who this is. I've been picking up this on Pisces for a while. So if you are on the good side of karma, good shit's going to come to you. If you're on the bad side of karma, bad shit's going to come to you. If you are wishing bad on somebody and you think bad is happening to them, that shit's about to come back on you 10 motherfucking fold. Whatever Pisces this is I've been picking up on, chill. Like, for real. Like, if you're going to do that bippity boppity boot black magic shit, that's cool. But just know, whatever you put out, it gotta boomerang. It has to boomerang off of something. So if you're putting something out and you don't have the right placement or you don't have the right procedure in place of it's gonna bounce off of, remember that can bounce back off to you. So someone, I don't know who this is. That's why I say y'all need to listen to the whole video, because Piscean is spiritual activity, is spirituality. So I'm not sure who this is. Somebody is doing some shit to where they're sending it out and they're not paying attention to what it's bouncing off of. They're just sending the shit out and thinking that it's going to the person to sender, but it's boomeranging back to you, and then you wondering why shit keep fucking up for you because your ass didn't pay attention to what was the block or that door or whatever you throwing the tennis ball. But you're not seeing the door you throwing it to. You didn't put a hole in the door for it to keep going straight. You just let it hit the wall and boomerang back to your motherfucking ass, and you looking real stupid right now. I hate to say it like that, but that's for a Pisces energy. Or somebody got Pisces in the 12th house, or someone doing some spiritual practice and they not really know what the fuck they doing. I've been picking that up for a minute. But let's go ahead and give a Moonology card. I'm gonna let you guys go. What is the advice for the collective? Damn, we got 2. Yep, your commitment is being tested. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Expect a powerful change. Somebody really needs to look at what is it that you truly desire and want. What is it that you truly desire and want? Somebody's being a real pessimist when they need to be an optimist. Because this is someone, like I said, this is someone you asked for something, you got it. Now you don't even know if you want it because you don't know how to handle it because you've never experienced it before. That's for somebody, okay? But you guys, that has been your weekly. It is what it is. Reading Aries to Pisces. Thank you to everyone who has liked, commented, subscribed, and shared. Stuck with your girl. I appreciate that. If you need me for anything, personal readings, birth chart analysis, which I strongly recommend other than a reading, because I'm going to keep it real. Like, there's tarot readings everywhere. If you really know, like, I have to piggyback off of her, and I hate to say this, and I feel like I'm being a clout chaser, but I'm going to say this shit anyway. If you really pay attention to your chart, and you resonate with certain readers, you really don't need personal readings. You may need confirmation of questions, but I would highly suggest, like, for you to really dig into your birth chart. If you need help with that, I would prefer you, but you're going to do as you so please, to book the birth chart analysis so you can learn your chart. So when you go out and go watch tarot readings, instead of you paying for them monthly, you already know what you're watching for free. You see what I'm saying? My job here, yes, this is a business. Yes, I have prices there, but that's not my job, and not what I walked into as a reader, a diviner, is to not only find purpose in oneself, but help the collective to find purpose in yourself. But doesn't mean, yes, a monetary value is attached to it, but that's not the goal. The goal is, I don't want to talk to your ass every month. The goal is for you to understand and have your own understanding of self, because we're all on this journey together. That's the goal. That's the goal, okay? But you guys stay blessed, stay safe, and stay protected. And I'm going to holler at you guys another time. Bye now. Ow. Yeah. Bye.